Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today we are back for another episode of Showdown Live. Today I'm trying out a team that's a little bit more standard, but features Volcarona, which I think is a really cool Pokemon, as well as Hitmontop. Hitmontop Volcarona was a classic duo from 2012 and 2013, so excited to be able to try that out again. This team was created by two top Spanish players, Sekiam and Repr4y, so thank you to them for creating this team. I'll link their Twitters in the description below. They are two of the best players of all time over from Spain, and yeah, has a lot of cool stuff. So first of all, we've got Lash Out Tyranitar, which is really interesting because, you know, Lash Out you can now kind of take advantage of, especially with people using Intimidate as well as max moves. You also have the weakness policy here, and you can self-activate the weakness policy using Bullet Punch here from Hitmontop. So this Hitmontop is used in conjunction with Tyranitar, but also works out nicely with the Volcarona. You can go for something simple like a Fake Out Quiver Dance, and then just sweep with Volcarona. So I'm really curious how good Volcarona is. Of course, Rillaboom is actually one of the most used Pokemon in the format right now, and Volcarona is actually a really nice counter to Rillaboom. Otherwise, we've also got classic Crit Kiss here. This is just max speed, max special attack, so full offense with Protect and Follow Me. Rillaboom here with an Assault Vest set. It's a pretty slow variant, so obviously invested a ton in bulk and a pretty standard moveset here as well. And finally, Rotom-Wash, which is actually able to take advantage of Nasty Plot as well as Rising Voltage instead of Thunderbolt. So Rising Voltage, of course, is just a pretty strong attack. Also one of those new tutor moves. Can take advantage of terrain if your opponents has set it up. But you can also obviously max the Rotom, go for max Lightning, and then use Rising Voltage yourself after. So yeah, I'm excited to try out this team for a little bit. Like I said, guys, the goal is to really cycle through teams every 2 days or so. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. As always, if you do, please show your support by leaving a like. And thank you to everyone for watching these videos and the streams recently. I'm really excited to dive into more competitive battles in-game once the ranked ladder is available. So let's get started with today's first game. This looks like a very standard team. I mean, this looks like pre-Series 5 VGC 2020, right? So let's see what direction I want to go with here. Big question is if you're a Mold Breaker. I think Rillaboom absolutely needs to come up for Gastrodon. Otherwise, Gastrodon gives the rest of the team a fair amount of trouble. I'd love to bring Volcarona, but I'm not sure how good it is when you're going up against Excadrill. This actually feels like a decent game for Crit Kiss, honestly. Like, Hitmontop Togekiss here is pretty compelling. Just because I get Wide Guard and Fake Out Pressure, and the eject button can force me out into something like Rillaboom. So I'm thinking Hitmontop Togekiss, Rillaboom, and Rotom-Wash here. Weakness Policy Tyranitar is interesting. There's a decent chance like we'll survive, but I have to worry about Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, so by bringing this mode, like the thing is that Volcarona, without having access to Giga Drain, has a pretty bad matchup against the Gastrodon. Okay, it's gonna be Togekiss Dragapult from their end, which I think I'm okay with, mainly because my Togekiss is max speed, so after a single Airstream, I'll be able to outspeed, which is quite nice. So I'm gonna max. I think I'm going to opt for an Airstream here on the Togekiss. Like, I'm leaning towards Fake Out, Airstream until the Togekiss, because I don't really care about Hitmontop, honestly, at this point. And if I get that speed boost and Hitmontop faints, I get a free switch into Rotom. So I'm going to double up on a Togekiss. Maybe they max their Kiss as well. Okay, they're going to opt to max Kiss. But that's fine because I'm faster. He's actually going to U-turn. Okay, so that actually ejects me out, which means I can bring in my Rotom, which is quite nice. Okay, yep, we get the Airstream off first. We get a crit there, which is nice. And he's going to offer an Airstream in return into Rotom. Okay, nice. You also actually see one of the weird interactions there where, like, because of eject button, the Dragapult actually stays in, which is interesting. I'm not sure I can knock out the Rotom, though, at this point, so I'm content to just go for another Airstream and maybe even a Nasty Plot here. So doing Airstream and a Nasty Plot and Rising Voltage. I mean, a Starfall does do a hefty amount, so I might just want to double up here. Okay, so Togekiss doesn't protect. Tyranitar comes in. That's fine by me, especially because I've got Hitmontop waiting in the back. Another Airstream comes out. Another crit, so 2 crits, which is quite fortunate. See if Rising Voltage can just finish it off here. Ooh, it survives with like 1 HP. That's fine, though. Yeah, that's more than okay. Because now we have really fast Rotom and really fast Togekiss. So, you know, the stuff we're using right now isn't too unorthodox. This is stuff that you would have seen previously. But now I think I can just I'm content to just go for a Starfall into the Dragapult. I don't really want to activate Weakness Policy here, so I might actually Nasty Plot. Starfall into Dragapult's pretty safe here. I think we definitely want to go for that. We could also just switch out back into Hitmontop, honestly, and I don't mind that too much. Get the Intimidate off against the Tyranitar. Okay, Dragapult switches out, so baiting my attack there, but now you can see my opponent's really Rotom weak. It's just gonna have for Rock Slide, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, it might have been just better to stay in with Rotom there. That was the one. Like, I could have doubled up on a Tyranitar, which was what I was thinking about as well. I'm content to just Protect here, though. With Terrain being up, honestly, I'm fine just launching a close combat into Tyranitar, but that's a good switch by my opponent. Okay. Next, she opts for Snarl, which is fine. The endgame's, like, we're gonna have to play a little carefully around, just because my opponent's made some nice switches, but I think I'm still in an okay spot here. I'm fine to just click Dazzling Gleam again. And I'll probably want to switch out into the... I think Rillaboom is actually okay to go into here. Yeah. Two really good switches back-to-back with the Arcanine. Like, I felt like after KOing Togekiss, I should have full control of this game, so the fact that I haven't won it instantly means I haven't been playing super well. Another nice switch there by my opponent, but that's also fine by me. Okay, we'll get a Gleam off here. Decent damage. It is weakness policy, but we have Grassy Glide, so I'm not really that worried here. I'm just gonna opt for Snarl, which is fine. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna keep clicking Dazzling Gleam. I guess here you could Protect the Tyranitar. So if I expect Protect, you should Protect, honestly, in respect of the Glide. So if I expect the Protect, I can just, like, go for Air Slash Fake Out onto the Arcanine. That is a little bit risky, but Rillaboom should survive a Rock Slide anyway. Yeah, there's the Protect, okay. Nice. Okay, so we're just gonna get a little bit of chip damage here. No crit. Crit there probably would have just KO'd, but that's fine, because now I can just Glide. Yeah, Sand is gone too, so Dazzle does more damage. So I can just Dazzling Gleam, Grassy Glide. Okay, Dragon Pulse switches in, but that's fine by me. Grassy Glide almost just picks up the KO, and I think Dazzling should finish it off here. Perfect. Nice. Okay, so things got a little bit dicey after the two good switch-ins by my opponent's end, but yeah, Rillaboom with Grassy Glide is just so good. Like, priority is just really incredible on this thing, so overall, a pretty good match there. Gastrodon didn't end up coming out, but I think I always need to bring Rillaboom in that matchup. One play I could have made better in that last game was maybe not switching out the Rotom Wash, because I had the speed boost at that point anyway. I just didn't want to, like, risk missing Hydro Pump, and I wanted to get the Intimidate off against Tyranitar. We're going up against Psychic Spam stuff here, but with also with the Sun mode. I kind of want to go with Volcarona here, especially because I like Fake Out. It's pretty tempting. Although, of course, my opponent could just easily lead like Alakazam Indeedee. Tyranitar's pretty good against the majority of this team. Part of me, like, I really want to feature Volcarona today, but I think Togekiss is kind of a must-bring because of the Conkeldurr. We might even have to max it, to be honest. As a lead, I'm thinking Tyranitar Volcarona, though. We probably want Rillaboom in the back for terrain control. The problem with the mode I'm bringing right now is that... Yeah, it's like I want Togekiss and Rotom, so maybe I shouldn't be bringing all of these. Hitmontop's definitely not coming out in this matchup given the Psychic types. Like, I feel like I need Rotom for the Torkoal, Rillaboom for the Indeedee, Tyranitar for the Weather, and Togekiss for offense against Conkeldurr, which means I can't really bring Volcarona that easily. But like I said, I'd really like to feature Volk. I'm going to try Volcarona Togekiss. I think Tyranitar Rillaboom. So I'm not going to bring Rotom into this matchup, but I have other answers against the Torkoal. Okay, it's going to be a Hat and Indeedee immediately coming out, which I think is actually maybe okay here. I mean, in this position, you probably want to just go for Follow Me, Trick Room. Because you don't want to eat a Bug Buzz there. If I Follow Me Trick Room, it does give my opponent a free switch into Torkoal. Part of me, what I want to do here is like Quiver Dance and Dazzling Gleam. Because then what I can do the subsequent turn is switch Togekiss out into Rillaboom. Yeah, I'm going to go for Quiver Dance, Dazzling Gleam here. Yep, there's Follow Me. I could have just gone for Heat Wave, but I don't think Heat Wave was KOing there. Okay. Solid damage. Trick Room goes up. Nice. Yeah, so now I'm going to definitely switch out into Rillaboom, I think, and Protect. Just to get terrain control. And then by getting terrain control, we can also click Fake Out the next turn. Okay. They're probably just going to Expanding Force. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, nice. So somehow we clicked Quiver Dance against Trick Room, but might actually end up working out alright for us. Could even Quiver Dance again, as crazy as that seems, but I think Heat Waving here is also fine. We have Fake Out, so maybe we should take advantage of that. Although, I foresee this maybe switching out into Torkoal. So I definitely want to click Heat Wave here, it's just what I want to do with Rillaboom. I think Fake Out into Hat is pretty safe, so let's go for that. Ooh, they maxed the Hat, I actually really like that play. Yeah, blocks me from going for damage. They're going to go for a Max Mindstorm. Smart. Sets up terrain. But we survive, which is nice. Okay, now my opponent's committed to maxing the hat, which is obviously a big deal as well. But they've changed the terrain, so Grassy Glide's obviously not doing anything here. So I think I'm going to protect here and just switch out into... I don't even need to switch out, actually. I could max Rillaboom. I mean, here, if I'm my opponent, I'm going for G-Max Smite onto the Volcarona, I think. Get the confusions off. Yeah, but I think I'm going to just protect here in case they don't target that slot for some reason, and then switch out into Togekiss. Okay. They actually just opt for Mindstorm again. Okay, that's alright by me. Expanding Force comes out, does a ton, but now I get the free switch into Rillaboom. With Rillaboom, I'm not sure actually if Grassy Glide KOs here, so I guess we're about to find out. I'm gonna just Grassy Glide. I actually might max the Togekiss, because if you look at what my opponent has in the back, Togekiss is a pretty favorable matchup against most of that. So I want to Grassy Glide here, max the Kiss, and just go for... The only problem is if Grassy Glide doesn't KO here, which it might not. So I'm thinking of actually Grassy Gliding and then max guarding, but the only problem there is if they smite us. Could also just protect. Do I think Grassy Glide will KO here? I don't know, it is terrain boosted. Honestly, I think the answer to that is yes. So I'm going to actually Airstream. Okay. NDD protects, that's actually fine by me. It survives with just a Sliver. He also Mindstorm though instead of Smite, so he's going to KO himself and we'll get an Airstream boost off here. We crit, no KO though, but that's fine. Okay. So in this game, we brought out Volcarona, strangely enough, and it was actually pretty solid. Torkoal's the last one, which I'm okay to see, because we can just go out into Tyranitar now. And I'm just going to Airstream into the Torkoal. Yeah, so we have Weather Control now. NED faints. He's actually going to follow me, but that's fine. Okay. Torkoal shouldn't be doing too much here. Yeah, he's just going to Heat Wave. As long as we don't get burnt, we're good. Nice. Let's see if it's Venusaur or Conkeldurr. Yeah, but it is Conkeldurr is the last one, which I can't say I'm too surprised by. Ooh, this is actually pretty interesting, right? Because, like, Conkeldurr still has a pretty favorable matchup against us. Like, I obviously want to just Airstream into that slot. I'm leaning towards switching out into Rillaboom and Airstreaming here, but of course, if they have Protect, we're in trouble. Okay, no Protect. And Airstream crits for KO. Good. Okay, nice. Just opts for Heat Wave. Rillaboom dodges it too, which is quite fortunate. But, I mean, Tyranitar was going to win the 1v1 there. The crit might have mattered, though, because if he was AV, he might have just KO'd us. So, what I didn't like about my play here is not... I should have maybe max guarded instead of Airstreaming and taking a Heat Wave, because that crit might have made a difference. So, overall, I'm actually happy with how I played the early game. Like, bringing Volcarona might seem weird against this team, but it actually worked out pretty well. I think the two misplays I made in this game, one was going for the fake out onto Lahatterene, because like there's actually a decent chance my opponent maxes there, so yeah, targeting Indeedee would have been a lot better there. And then the second misplay was when I had Togekiss out against Torkoal and Indeedee. What I wanted to do was not take a Heat Wave, because like if I just max guard the Togekiss there, I get Tyranitar in for free, and then the subsequent turn I can just click Airstream Rock Slide. So that would have been better, I think. But pretty solid. We get to bring out Volcarona, which is exciting, and it was actually pretty good for us in that game, right? Like you saw how well it took those Psychic type attacks. And that's why having terrain control with Rillaboom is so important against Psychic Spam. This is a really interesting team. Double Porygon. Okay. This feels very good for Volcarona, though, honestly. The only thing Volcarona has to watch out for is probably the Porygon Z. Tyranitar is a pretty good answer against Porygon Z, though, so I'm leaning towards, like, Volcarona. Rotom is interesting here, because it's, like, decent against a lot of these, but terrible against Rillaboom. My Rillaboom's interesting for knockoff. But Grassy Glide's, I guess, not doing that much. It does control terrain a little bit, so my opponent has Indeedee. But I kind of want to just try out Volcarona Togekiss here. Because what I can do is just, like, follow me Quiver Dance. And then I think I want Tyranitar Hitmontop in the back. I could obviously go, like, Hitmontop Volcarona, but the problem with that lead is you can Dynamax turn 1 and just pressure my Volcarona immediately. Porygon Z is actually one of the Pokemon I wanted to feature next as well. It's really strong with adaptability, and to be honest, I think I didn't give it enough credit in the 2 videos I made covering the format, because I didn't even really mention it, but I think it's actually established itself as a really early, just strong Dynamax option, especially because you don't need to utilize it under Trick Room. Alright, so let's see how this game goes. I think that last game, yeah, definitely could have had some slightly better plays, I think, but oh well. So there's Porygon Z and Butterfree. What's interesting here is if Porygon can just one-shot my Togekiss, which it might be able to. Truth be told, I'm leaning towards Protect, switch into Tyranitar, so then the next turn I can just Heat Wave. This might be Scarf Butterfree, though, which is my only fear. Oh, but I have Lumberry, so I don't need to be worried about Scarf Butterfree. However, if this maxes and goes for a G-Max normal, that could be problematic. So because we are... He's probably max speed, right? Actually, I think Quiver Dance Follow Me is safe here. Okay, so Porygon maxes. U-turn Butterfree, whoa. Okay, didn't expect that. Into Arcanine, that's a good switch in. So far, my opponent's team is really Tyranitar weak, though. Okay, he's gonna Max Strike. Yeah, it's a one-hit KO. But I get a free switch in now. I can go into Tyranitar. What makes the dynamic of this awkward is that we're not max speed, so Arcanine actually probably can just Snarl us before we attack. Or Will-O-Wisp us. It might have been just better to have switched into Tyranitar there turn 1 instead of go for the Follow Me. Like, the Arcanine switch was the main problem here, and that's their best counter to the Volcarona. I'm leaning towards maxing Tyranitar, actually. And go for, like, a Rockfall. Like, Protect, Max, and Rockfall. This is kind of risky, though, because they can just go for... Oh, yeah, Max cards. Okay, that's really good. Oh, that is so good. That is, like, literally the dream turn. That is so good. Okay, beautiful. The only thing I was worried about was a Will-O-Wisp going into the Tyranitar there, but I figured my opponent had to respect Volcarona maxing and then going for, like, Max Fire into the Porygon here. So that is very, very good for us. Okay, nice. You would think Butterfree comes out, but if it's going to be Rillaboom. Okay, that's fine by me. I am free to click Heat Wave right now. You can Fake Out into Volk, but that's fine. I don't mind going for a Knuckle here, I think. Onto Porygon. Yep, so he's going to Fake Out Volk. No Flame Body, unfortunately. Going to double up onto that slot. Okay, that makes sense. So we're pretty slow now, but the question is, how does my opponent deal with Tyranitar and Hitmontop? Because I can self-Bullet Punch right now. I also have Fake Out going into this next turn, plus my opponent's max ends. The answer from their end, honestly, is probably Sleep Powder. You have to get maybe a little lucky with Sleep Rolls. Fake Out into Rillaboom is pretty safe right now, and I can also Knuckle into the Porygon. Rockfall does cover the option of Porygon switching out into Butterfree, though. It might have been better to... No, I Protect with Volcarona the previous turn, so I don't know. Could have gone for a double last turn, but I don't think that's really worth it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for a Fake Out and a Knuckle here. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Knuckle. Okay, they stay in with both, which is good. Oh, although Porygon probably... Oh, it's Hyper Beam, too. I mean, I'm not surprised by that, but that's really strong. Okay, at this point, it basically comes down to whether Butterfree... Or how long we stay asleep for, I think. Because you just... Oh, actually, if you have Superpower, you just win here. So I think I mismanaged my game against Porygon Z here. I probably should have just switched into Tyranitar turn 1 to take the G-Max. Or sorry, the Max normal. Yeah, I guess we just see if they have a fighting type attack. If not, like, this is still doable, because, like, a one-turn wake and we just get a Rock Slide off, they'll probably proc our weakness policy. Wait, they offer Pollen Puff. Okay, he probably has Superpower then, right? Drain Punch, but it doesn't pick up the KO. Does Rock Slide pick up the double KO here? Yeah, and Rillaboom gets KO'd from his hand. That's why Superpower might be a better option on the Rillaboom. That was a really close game, though. Well played by my opponent with the Porygon early game. I kind of anticipated it, even got the Volcarona set up, but the problem with this thing is it just one-shot everything that I brought out. Like G-Max... Sorry, I keep calling it G-Max. It feels like a Gigantamax Pokemon. Yeah, Max Strike literally just one-shot Togekiss turn 1. Porygon didn't do anything turn 2, and then it one-shot us in the, onto the Hitmontop as well as the Volcarona. So that shows you the power of Porygon Z. Max Strike, it's like, you know, pretty much the strongest Max Strike you can get in this game. And Max Strike's effect is really good too, right? We don't see it used that often because there aren't that many great normal type Pokemon, but Porygon's really one of the best answers for it, or best users for it, I would say. Okay, this next seems pretty interesting. Venusaur, I don't know, this feels like another decent, I was gonna say it feels like a decent Volt game, but I have to respect the Primarina as well as the Braviary. I don't know, and we don't do much damage into Instant as well, but even a single Quiver Dance could be really nice here. I have to respect Trick Room though, there's a lot of Trick Roomy stuff here. Could just go like Tyranitar. Max Togekiss seems compelling here. Rillaboom actually seems really solid. The tricky thing about this is I think you can bring all 6 Pokemon. Like, you could make a pretty conceivable argument for all 6 Pokemon. So I don't really know what I feel super comfortable with right now. Okay, Rotom actually on paper beats everything bar Venusaur. And we have pretty good Rotom and protection with Volcarona Togekiss. So I think I'm going to prioritize a Rotom based game, actually. I'm going to go with Rotom Volk. Mainly because the Volk puts on pressure against Venusaur. In the back, I don't know, Tyranitar is just pretty good damage across the board against all of these. I want Rillaboom, but I think Tyranitar Togekiss works here. We're bringing Volk into a lot of games, though, which is exciting. It's gonna be Braviary Venusaur. Okay. So we outspeed Braviary by 1 speed point, which is nice. I've got the Lum on the Volcarona. If I'm my opponent, I'm probably protecting Venusaur, max Airstream into Volcarona turn 1. I really need to knock out Braviary, because I think that's the biggest threat to my Tyranitar. I could, like, go for, like, Nasty Plot Heat Wave turn 1. But if he's Sash, that's obviously bad. Okay, he's gonna max. Oh, we don't even bring it down to Sash anyway. But he goes for Energy Ball, okay. But, yeah, that's not a good turn on my end, because, yeah, there's Airstream. If I just KO'd Venusaur, actually, that would have been fine. Now the problem is, yeah, I don't know why I thought Heat Wave would KO there. That was just not a great turn 1 on my end. I could have switched out into, yeah, switched out as well. But now I have to worry about Sleep Powder coming out, which is really bad. I guess the problem is, if you Sleep Powder, can you actually knock out Rotom? Maybe not. I mean, does Max Knuckle KO Rotom? Like, that's the question. Because we could Dynamax Rotom here as well, right? Because here you're probably expecting Togekiss to max, so you want to launch a Sleep Powder into that slot. So what I want to do is max the Rotom and Lightning into Braviary while protecting with Togekiss. Yeah, I'm kind of behind after that bad turn 1 play on my end, so I think I can go for this. Okay, they offer Airstream into Rotom. I doubt it's a double up here, though, right? Wow, they actually doubled up? That's an insane read. That's so risky, because if my Togekiss maxes, which is what I want to do most of the time, like, I can just Airstream and you lose so much momentum. So that was, I don't know, yeah, I'm really surprised by that play, but it ends up working out for them, so props to them, nice play. I think that was, like, a little risky, so I thought they would go for the safer play, but they make a really big read and it pays off. Yeah, I guess I'll just protect Gleam, but there's not much we can do after that turn 1. Unfortunately, Volcarona just doesn't match super well, obviously, into Braviary. My opponent's called every single protect correctly, so props to them. This was a game where we were playing from behind, though, immediately after turn 1. They completely outplayed me in this one. I really didn't expect to double up onto a Rotom, honestly. I guess they didn't want to risk missing Sleep Powder, so that would make some sense. But yeah, I got hard red like every turn, so props to them. I think the lead just wasn't super favorable for us. Like, Volk outspeeds this, but without having like Airstream, it's not that great. If I wanted a good lead against this, it probably would have been Togekiss Volcarona, because then I can just follow me Quiver Dance turn 1 and then Heat Wave. Could even switch out into Tyranitar in the beginning, but this lead is rather oppressive, and I was just worried about Sleep Powders. My opponent actually never ended up going for it, because they probably didn't want to risk missing. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was Sash Venusaur, and they were just scared of missing the Sleep Powders. So that highlights one of the weaknesses of Volcarona. Like, the flying type weakness is really bad, right? As well as rock and water, obviously. But if, like, stab flying, either coming from Togekiss or Braviary, or even something like Cinderace, for example, with max Airstream, can be very tough to deal with. Okay, so this is like a Tailwind team for the most part. They have a Volcarona as well, which is interesting. So Sun, a lot of Sun stuff here. Let's see. Cinderace is terrifying here, I think. I could go Hitmontop. This might be a max Rotom game. The only thing Rotom really is scared of is that Venusaur, and there's also potential Fake Tier stuff from Whimsicott, which I guess is scary as well. Could also max Togekiss. Part of me wants to try out Hitmontop Togekiss with Tyranitar and Rotom in the back. I don't think we bring Rillaboom into this with 3 fires. My Volk is interesting, but I mean, most of this resists us, right? So yeah, I guess Hitmontop. It's between Hitmontop Togekiss or Hitmontop Rotom as a lead. Because with Hitmontop Rotom, I can just like fake out Quiver Dance turn 1. But I think I'm gonna go Togekiss, Rotom, Tyranitar in the back. Okay, it's Cinderace, that's fine. Rotom might have actually worked out a little bit better for us here, but that's fine. I am going to... I want to Airstream turn 1 for sure. I'm curious who maxes on my opponent's end. I would think Primarina in this position, honestly. But what I think I want to do is... I don't even think there's too much value in conserving Hitmontop, honestly. He might Airstream into, like, our Hitmontop. I'm going to Fake Out into La Primarina, even though I think it's likely it might max, and Airstream into Cinderace. Okay, Cinderace maxes. That's what we want to see. Looks like it's G-Max, given that there's no animation. Okay, yes, Steel Spike. Oh, that still does so much damage. But we outspeed it now. The only problem is that outspeeding doesn't really mean very much here. Okay, that Steel Spike is quite bad. We outspeed Primarina now, though, so like I'm tempted to just close combat here and then max guard. He has the defense boost, so close combat's not doing that much, but I'll still take it. Yeah, Steel Spikes into us. It's pretty solid damage, actually. And Hitmontop goes down, which means I can bring in Rotom. Yeah. This is 188. So we should outspeed. Yeah, after an Airstream. So I can just Airstream double up into Cinderace. I want a Nasty Plot really badly here, but I think we have to respect this thing. So I'm going to Rising Voltage and Airstream. Whimsicott switches in. Alright, no Max Guard, which is good. Crit there would have just KO'd. Okay, good. So Max ends now. Rising Voltage Rotom is out. I threaten with Nasty Plot. They do have Venusaur in the back, which I don't think I really like seeing here. We're at +2 speed though, and so it's a speed tie, even if they Tailwind and they're max speed, which they probably are. We know Primarina's in the back, so we need to conserve Rotom for Primarina, so I think I switch into Tyranitar here, breaks a potential Sash on either, and Air Slash the Venusaur. Okay, let's see if we win a speed tie. Ah! That's a big speed tie loss. If we win that, I think we win the game. Unfortunate. I mean, I could have protected there, I guess. Maybe that would have been the play. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for Rock Slide now. We can't even protect with Rotom, so if they have Fake Tears, you can double up on a Rotom. I guess protecting and switching to Tyranitar is safer, because then I get 2 Rock Slides off. Shame we lost the speed tie there, though. Yeah, I think if we get that, we win, because Rotom Tyranitar beats what my opponent has in the back. See if we can still win this, though. Rock Slide, and we need to maximize damage, so I need to Hydro the Venusaur, but you should double up on a Rotom here. Maybe my opponent's worried about Protect, and for that reason they target the Tyranitar. Misty Terrain and Frenzy Plant! Wow. Huh. Honestly, it's kind of a risky play. I'm curious why you go for Misty Terrain there. Can't imagine that really brings too much value. Sunny Day comes out, okay. Ah, that doesn't KO? Wow. Alright, that Sunny Day makes sense then. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we were a speed tie away from winning this game, and I think, but that being said, even with the speed tie lost, I think the better play would have been to have guarded the protected Togekiss and switch in Tyranitar, because then even if we lose the speed tie, at least get extra Rock Slides off. Just a shame that we lost the speed tie there. I could have stayed in with Rotom, but I don't really like that too much. I guess I could have gone for like a Dark Pulse there, but no, I think the only thing I really would have done differently in this game was protecting with the Togekiss. Alright, one last game for the day. This is an interesting hybrid. You got like a lot of just mid-tier speed Pokemon, potential Tailwind, Belly Drum set up here, Urshifu is interesting. Okay, how do I want to go about this? The question is who I want to Dynamax in this game. There's Lightning Rod support. Like, Trick Room seems decently likely from my opponent's end. I don't really think you prioritize the Urshifu here. Like, I kind of want to try Hitmontop Tyranitar. Because, like, I can just Bullet Punch and get, like, a big Rock Fall immediately on turn 1. Rotom does beat everything bar Rillaboom, so I think we still need to bring that. And finally, I don't think I bring my own Rillaboom. I want answers against the Marowak, which is actually really just what I'm bringing now. Maybe another answer against the Corviknight though, so Volcarona. Because the big question is how much do you prioritize your Azumarill when I have Intimidate? It's Marowak Porygon, which I am okay with. The big question I have here is whether Bullet Punch, Max Knuckle KOs a Porygon. It might be better to actually Superpower instead of Knuckling just to guarantee the KO on that, because I really don't want Trick Room to go up. Yeah, so I'm going to go for the double up here. You could switch the Porygon out, actually. Yeah, I guess that's not like a crazy play here. Because like my opponent's probably worried about a double up here. But Azumarill's the one switching in, so that's very good. SES Protect? What? Oh my gosh. Okay. I have to say, that I definitely didn't expect. That would have been a reason to Max Knuckle, I guess. Huh. Wow, okay. Then what I want to do here is switch out into Rotom. You have to really respect the double up on a Porygon. I can't believe I Protect, wow. I want to go out into Rotom here. Maybe get a Nasty Claw off. I think I have to respect the Belly Drum stuff here though, right? So I might just Max and Rock Fall into Azumarill. See if Porygon switches out. Okay, that is so good. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. As Azumarill maxes, huh? How much does this do? Doesn't KO. You got Geyser's us though, and that doesn't KO us either. So I think we're in a good spot, because now we just outspeed. We can just Rock Fall. The safest play is to Rock Fall this and then Hydro Pump. It's just that we could miss Hydro Pump, but I think we still go for it. Okay, switches out into Rillaboom. Max card. That makes sense. That's actually a really good play on my opponent's end. I think a double up there would have just won us the game because Tyranitar is so essential in this match. Now my opponent can KO Tyranitar, but I think I Rising Voltage into Azumarill, and I actually probably switch out back into Hitmontop here. My opponent could make the play of switching Azumarill out into Marowak though. So let's see if they go for that. No, they don't. Okay, nice. Good. That actually ejects us out, which is kind of cool. So I could go out into Volk or Tyranitar. What do I want to go into? Rising Voltage is going to KO this. He's going to have Grassy Glide Pressure. I think I'd rather go out into Volcarona for now, just because I want the rain up for the Marowak. Yeah, that was a nice Max Guard switch into Rillaboom play. Like, this is why Grassy Glide Rillaboom is insane. Priority Grass is actually so strong in this format. Okay, so now I'm gonna, I think, Hydro Pump and Bug Buzz into Rillaboom. And he switches out perfect. That should seal us the game, as long as Hydro Pump doesn't miss. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't want to switch in Tyranitar, maintain weather control. Trick Room goes up now, but now you're playing with Trick Room against... And the download was not the boost that you want. I can just go out into Hitmontop. Might even double switch here. Yeah, I want to change the weather. Sand starts getting chip damage off, although Grassy Terrain, I guess, cancels that out, but it's fine. It's gonna Grassy Glide us, but we survive. Nice. Thunderbolt. And we survive there with Hitmontop too, but yeah, we fade from Sand finally. Okay. Might have been better to actually have gotten the free switch into Hitmontop, so I could have gone for like a fake out play, but I think it's okay. You're gonna Grassy Glide now into Tyranitar probably. I think double protecting just to stall out Trick Room, a turn of Trick Room here is fine. The thing is that Rillaboom now intimidated, like Volcarona I actually think is one of the best ways to deal with Rillaboom. So I don't think he actually has much to deal with Volk right now. So in theory, we double protect here, burn another turn of Trick Room. Grassy Glide would probably still KO us, although there's only one turn of terrain left, which is actually a really big deal, right? Because then you don't have that priority anymore, and you do less damage, and you're intimidated. Yeah, I just don't think my opponent has much for Volcarona right now. I think I actually am going to click Quiver Dance here rather than Heat Wave, because I don't think Heat Wave is KOing anyway. So going for Quiver Dance, and then I might actually switch into Rotom, because I don't think Rotom's very useful against this anyway, right? So I Quiver Dance, go into Rotom. Although, I guess the question is whether we faint from a Rillaboom anyway, but without terrain, yeah, I think it's fine to go out into Rotom. I think Volk is our late game win con here anyway. We can't even get paralyzed because of the Lumberry. Grassy Glide does just over half, but yeah, now that should seal us the game, I think. Yeah. Really interesting Porygons. I mean, we saw Protect, Trick Room, Thunderbolt, so either no Recover or no Ice Beam / Tri Attack. He's obviously not Tri Attacking, so he probably doesn't have that. I'm just gonna go for the safe Protect here and Nasty Pot actually. Yeah. Okay, he's gonna crit the Rotom, but that's fine. Yeah, good double up. But there's no reason not to protect there. I don't want to get crit by anything crazy here. And now we can just bring in Tyranitar. There's no more grassy terrain, so we can just click Heat Wave, Superpower. Even if you protect Porygon here, like it's fine. Yeah, Heat Wave picks up a KO there. Nice. Superpower picks up a KO. Okay. Oh no, it doesn't KO. Wow. That is why Porygon is pretty impressive. That's a bulky Pokemon. Yeah, so there's the paralysis, but because of the Lum, I wasn't worried about it. So I might have not needed to go for have gone for the protect on the last turn of Trick Room, because like at that point I was just afraid of like any crazy attack coming from Rillaboom, like a crit knockoff into crit Thunderbolt could be bad, and I figured I'd be pretty safe with the end game. So this was an interesting matchup. The lead was very favorable for us, and I really didn't expect the protect from Porygon on turn 1. I think that's not something you see very often. I think that was my phone, so my apologies for that. You don't really see Porygon with protect very often because you want Trick Room Recover and then like a combination of Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Tri Attack. But this game highlights why like having protect could be really valuable. So turn 1 was surprising, but the main play was this next turn where I ended up maxing and didn't whiff into the Porygon because like Tyranitar is just the most important Pokemon in this matchup, especially given what my opponent led with. So all we needed to do was just get consistent damage off. So even though we didn't KO the Azumarill, it was fine. My opponent made a really good play on turn 3 by switching to Rillaboom. So what I should have done in that spot was probably go for a double up into a slot rather than what I did. Because Rillaboom coming in for free is really bad for us. But in the end, we were able to stall out, and Volcarona was a really good late game Pokemon as soon as we got the KO. The other really big play was the turn Rillaboom switched into the Marowak, because like Marowak under Trick Room could have swept us, but we denied that by basically... Like, you either lose the Rillaboom or the Marowak there. I was hoping my opponent would get a little bit greedy and not expect the Hydro Pump, so that's exactly what ended up happening. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. If you enjoyed, please show your support by leaving a like. We got some really fun games today, and I'm happy to at least feature Volcarona a bit more. I think this team definitely has some fun things. So, play one more episode with it tomorrow, and then switch to a brand new team, as per usual. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Alright, peace.